Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Sunday, May 12th, Major League Baseball slate. Full slate of games for this Sunday and a lot of day baseball. So let's get cracking on this. First of all, if you're new to the show, welcome. Secondly, we do fade or follow 4 teams in the major leagues that we bet in those games. So it's going to be the Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and Orioles. We are going to give you leans or plays we look at in the other games as well on the full slate. But in those 4 games, we will be heavily invested. So let's get this party started, shall we? We're going to start at 10:36 out here in Phoenix, 1:36 Eastern time. One of the games we are in, Diamondbacks, Orioles, game 3 of the set. Diamondbacks have their ace going, Zach Gallen versus Dean Kremer for the Orioles. And the Orioles are a slight favorite here, about a little over $1.20 favorite. Kind of surprised about that a little bit, especially with Gallen pitching on that end. So Gallen's pitched pretty well. Diamondbacks have, let me put it this way, the Ketel Marte's had a monster. They're having a great season so far. Corbin Carroll was Rookie of the Year last year. He's having a dumpster fire. A couple other guys on their team not so great so far, and that's going to be Gabriel Moreno as well on that one. So the question is who you roll with in this one. I just like Gallen in this matchup. I think the value's there to get plus money on the Diamondbacks with the ace on the hill. Kremer pitched fantastic in his last game out. Don't expect to have multiple games in a row like that for him on that one. But so therefore, we're going to roll with the Diamondbacks in this one. Let's give you those plays in the Diamondbacks game here. If the computer would catch up with what the heck I'm talking about, right? So let's take a look here. So it's going to be Diamondbacks money line, and then on the run line, plus 1.5. Let's see. Minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run line as well. Diamondbacks over their team total. Diamondbacks money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. And then Lourdes Gurriel and Ketel Marte, first of all, is hot as a firecracker. And then Gurriel and him both have great success so far in their limited at-bats against Kremer in this one. So we'll take Gurriel homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Ketel Marte, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Let's give you those bets one more time. Diamondbacks money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run line. D-backs over the team total. D-backs money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Gurriel, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Ketel Marte, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Let's see here. Let's get going on the next game here. I do apologize. There's a couple games not on the board yet as we're recording this episode, so I want to make sure we don't miss nothing. So next game up, 10:35 as well out here in Phoenix, 1:35 Eastern time. Twins, Blue Jays. In this one here, we've got game 3 of this, the final game here. Let's see. Manoah versus pitching against Ober. Total at 8. First of all, Manoah got shelled in his first start. Not a shock, kind of continuation from last season. And Ober has not been what I would call overly fantastic on the bump either. But we would rather play the total, probably play the total over 8 here, and the Twins over their team total. And this one is where we would be looking. Same time frame. It's going to be Cubs, Pirates. Unfortunately, looks like just falter so far for the Pirates. In this one, Seiya Suzuki's back as well. We don't have a line on this game, so we don't have all of our bets. All I'm going to tell you is we're at 90+% sure we're going to be on the Cubs. So make sure you do come back, check out the Google Sheets in this one. It's going against the left-handed pitcher, and Suzuki has had pretty good success against left-handers and him as well. So we're more than likely going to be right there on there. Next game up, another game that's not on the board It's going to be, let's see here, I do apologize. Another game not on the board currently for some reason is going to be the Nationals at the Red Sox, 10:35 out here in Phoenix, 1:35 Eastern Time. Mackenzie Gore versus Brian Bello in this one. You got basically two 500 teams here. We're just going to have a slight lean to the Red Sox in this one. Not much of one, though. Mackenzie Gore did get shelled a little bit in his last time out, so just keep your patience cap on that game. That might be a stay-away game for a lot of it, but Mackenzie Gore, like I said, he's been really good so far this season, except last time out on that one. So just a slight lean, though, towards the Red Sox in that game there. Next game up, Phillies, Marlins, 10:41 out here in Phoenix, 1:41 Eastern Time. Zach Wheeler going against Garrett for the Marlins. Let's just break this down simply enough. Phillies are one of the, they've won it seems like, I think 20 out of the last 26. They've been on fire. The Marlins are one of the worst teams out there in baseball. Zach Wheeler's been dealing as well. They're minus 240 on the money line. It's a big one there. I like the Phillies here. Like the Phillies over their team total. Like the Phillies on the run line as well on that one. Next game up, 10:41 as well out here in Phoenix, 1:41 Eastern Time. Astros, Tigers. Let's see here. We've got Jack Flaherty and Justin Verlander. Basically about a coin flip in this particular game here. Total at 7.5. I'll be really honest with you. The Astros, the Tigers, plus 1.5 runs might not be a bad play there. Even though the Astros haven't played really well all season, do trust their offense maybe a little bit more to get a few more runs across on that one. But plus 1.5, probably going to be a tight game, we would expect in that one. Next game up, 11:11 out here in Phoenix, 2:11 Eastern Time. We've got the Guardians, White Sox, Allen versus Soroka in this one. Let's see, total of 9 on Dog Day Sunday. I hate to say this, but we're probably going to lean White Sox in this one. This would be an extremely small unit bet, but they've been hitting the ball a little bit better and taking them in almost plus 150. You get a little bit of a value play there, but small bet in that one. Next game up, 1:06 out here in Phoenix, 4:06 Eastern Time. Reds, Giants, Frankie Montas against Harrison in this one. 7.5 total. Giants about $1.30 favorite. Probably roll with the Giants in this particular one here as well. Not in love with either one of these teams offensively, but pitching wise, the Giants seem to pitch just a shade better at home, so probably roll that way there. Next game up Sunday. Let's see, at 1:08 out here in Phoenix, 4:08 Eastern Time. Royals, Angels, game 4 of the set. Seth Lugo versus Sandoval. Pitching matchup here just screams Royals. Seth Lugo damn near was under a 1 ERA till the last game where he gave up a couple homers and gave up a couple runs finally. Royals about $1.30 favorite, total of 8.5. To be really honest, in this one, the Angels have the worst home record in baseball for a reason, because they're just not that good at home. They're not that good, period, but at home even worse, and they struggle to score runs there. We're going to take the Royals in this one here. So let's give you all the plays that we've got for you in the Royals game. So Royals money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over their team total. Royals minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. And then we're back on Bobby Witt and Miguel Garcia in this one. So Witt, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Garcia, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time, Royals-Angels game. Let's start with the Royals first. How about that? Money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over their team total. Royals minus a half a run, front 3, front 5, and front 7 innings. Bobby Witt, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Miguel Garcia, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up, going to be at 1:11 out here in Phoenix, 4:11 Eastern Time. Dodgers, Padres, Darvish against Buehler. Buehler making his second start out. First one was nothing to write home about. Kind of curious how the Dodgers are a $1.30 favorite in this one, total of 8.5. Darvish has pitched pretty well as of late. He's up and down against the Dodgers, I'm going to be really honest here. But Buehler, still trying to figure out his stuff, I think, almost not pitching for 2 years. Professionally in that one does make a huge difference. As he tries to wean his way back into the starting rotation, we're going to take the Padres actually in this one. So let's take the Padres money line. We're going to take a plus money. I thought it was definitely a bargain there as well. Plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run line. Padres over their team total. Padres plus a half a run. First 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Fernando Tatis, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Great success against Buehler lifetime. And Jackson Merrill, the 20-year-old rookie, who hasn't seen Buehler yet, but should be able to handle him, handle the right-hander. Homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. So one more time, Padres, Dodgers. We're rolling with the Padres. Padres money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run line. Padres over their team total. Padres plus a half a run, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. We've got Fernando Tatis, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. And then we've got Jackson Merrill, the rookie, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits in that one. Next game up on the board, we're going to have the A's, Mariners. Alec Wood, who's been getting his ass crunched everywhere against Luis Castillo. 111 out here in Phoenix, 4:11 Eastern time. So which way to go here? The Mariners and Castillo are a huge favorite in this, like minus 250. I can't lay $2.50 favorite with the Mariners against anybody. So we have a slight lean here to the A's, even though Alec Wood has not pitched well. Castillo's been much better his last few starts out, but hasn't been dominant like he was last year. So maybe just a slight lean there towards the A's to try to take advantage of the value of getting plus 200 money on that one. Next game up, 4:11 out here in Phoenix, 7:11 Eastern time. It's Sunday Night Baseball, ESPN. We got the Braves. We got the Mets. We got Bryce Elder, who got crushed in his last start. Luis Severino also got crushed in his last start. So both pitchers coming off a shaky performance in their last outing. Braves are about a $1.20 favorite here, 7.5 total. And the Braves tend to own the Mets. So it'd just be a slight lean here to the Braves in that one as well. So we just went through all the Sunday slate games. Make sure you do check out at the end of every episode we do on YouTube, plus our TikTok and YouTube pages, channel pages. You will find a link to our Google Sheets. It'll have a list of all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, what book we placed them at, and then also the result once everything's over. So you can get it'll read docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Like I mentioned, you can get it in multiple places at the end of every YouTube episode, also on the TikTok and YouTube channel pages. So make sure you do check that out. It's a great reference guide. As we're on a baseball normal day, we're going to have probably 80 bets. That's a lot of bets to go through in this episode. So make sure you do check that out when you get some time. And as always, if you want to find us really easily, all you have to do is hit that subscribe or follow button. Makes life really simple to find us on whatever social media platform you're watching us on. Once you hit that subscribe or follow, we'll show up in your subscriptions tab or followers tab for you to find us. And if you want to make life even easier to find us, real easy to do, just turn on those notifications on that social media platform you're watching us on. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.